Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Pastime Picks Podcast. I am Keith, Vintage Sport Flips. We have the wrong brand down there, Andy. I'll change that.
And I'm the king of Pennants. Back.
There you go.
Woo.
Yeah. So, guys, we had a late start tonight. Andy had a bit of a commute nightmare today. So we had to delay things a bit. We weren't sure. We were thinking of even postponing it till next week, but the show must go on, right?
That's
Andy?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend was saying, "Oh, you should do the pod from your
from the train."
The train.
Yeah,
people would love that.
What's up, Soda City Flips? How's it going, Shane?
Oh.
Guys, anyone who's watching on the replay, definitely check out Shane's channel, Soda City Flips. Great channel. Or if anyone's in the chat too, check them out. Eddie, how long are you stuck on the train?
I got my train supposed to leave at 5:20, and it didn't leave until after 7:30.
Oh wow, that's not fun.
Yeah, I was sitting on the train for that for that entire time, which is awesome.
That's not fun. Is there a bathroom on that train?
There is. I was good, but
that's good. That's good. Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. True.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this will be an interesting one tonight, I feel like.
Yeah. Yes, we did something a little different tonight. We were Andy had brought the idea up to draft the best facial hair. And I thought we wanted to spice that up a little bit, right? Instead of best facial hair, we're going to do best baseball card facial hair, sort of, right? And we're going to choose a facial hair, but have a corresponding baseball card to fit with that facial hair. Is that?
So I think, and we talked a little bit about this, but I think the way we're going to do it too is you can, I'm not going to just take a mustache and have, that's all mustaches, right? Or something like that. So I think,
we can double up.
Yeah, exactly. So more so picking like who probably has good pictures and stuff like that. And who,
it was challenging at times though to get the good pictures, but
cards.
The best pictures didn't have the best cards, or
there were certainly people that I wanted to pick, but the cards didn't allow to sort of do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
what's up, Sean? Real Life Perspective Show. Andy, Sean on his channel, Real Life Perspective Show, is having a great social Friday night get together. So it's like an open mic night. So you can go on there. I'm gonna hop on over there Friday night.
Do a little singing. You like to sing, Keith. You should get up there, right?
Yeah. I'm not a good singer. I've sang on here a little bit.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Sean, feel free to pop the link in the chat there if you have it available. If not, I'll try to do it. But let me get to the
new hat. I was a little annoyed. I wish I had this last week, but or last Friday, I guess it was.
Yeah, I'll make it bigger. There you go.
There you go. Durham Bulls, baby.
Right. Let's get that back. I don't have you too big. That's going to hurt the ratings.
Very funny.
But, all right. Let me add this to the stage, and we'll see who gets to pick first. This is a pretty big one to pick first, I think.
I got this hat for my birthday from my girlfriend, Keith. So what did you get me for my birthday, Keith?
Oh, by the way, I did.
On the way.
Something. Hold on. No, I did get you something. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I was just joking. Are you going to give me the $5 back or the bartender's manual? Oh boy, I'm a little afraid to see what this is.
I'll show you after. I didn't mail it to you, so it's not a great gift because I forgot to mail it.
Okay.
But I don't think anything got sent my way either, so it's okay.
Thanks.
Let me spin the wheel here first to see who picks first.
This is tough, man. I got to figure out. Oh, okay. All right.
Here we go. Sure, man. Yeah, we don't care if you tease some votes or leak the picks.
Yeah.
Here we go. A little happy birthday wish for you, Andy. All right, let's get that out of here. I gave myself a.
Oh, by the way, I guess we'll find out what the records are.
Yeah, let me share this instead. It's actually pretty preposterous that I lost that draft last week. It was tight.
Squeaked it out. I did see it was close. Yeah.
I mean, it's just unfathomable that you beat me or you beat Mark.
I beat them both.
You were a distant third, and I think you were a distant third in most people's opinion. Other than the people who voted.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Oh man, I couldn't believe it. Let me bring that back up for a second.
I know his stash well. Not giving any
Yeah,
inconceivable.
inconceivable. I mean, it just I know there's some strategy that you had, but like with the
Yes.
Reggie Jackson pick, but oh,
Yes. Yes.
oh, Paul. Oh, oh man, that hurts. That hurts. Wait, Andy, here's your birthday gift, by the way. I got
Okay.
this from Mojo Dojo Threads
Oh
on
boy,
Dip.
I'm a little afraid to see
No,
what
it's a
this is.
vintage Rolling Stone.
Ah, that's kind of cool.
It is cool. Look at that. Look at what year is that? Uh, I
It's
think it's
like
90,
86 or oh, okay.
99, 99. So it's
Oh
not
wow, okay.
super. It's definitely old though. It's definitely vintage.
Yeah,
So pretty cool one, right?
definitely.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Paul. I mean, I don't get the love. I when I used to post these over on Instagram, and everyone was voting for me on Instagram, but not really here.
Hey, Mark.
There we go. Sean likes the shirt.
It is. I like it. Usually
Yeah.
Keith buys me really crappy stuff, but
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's Mojo Dojo has the great stuff. So they sold that on one of their lives on
and
Did
Keith,
that.
I got you something too for your birthday. Whatever I got you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the only thing I had in my. Actually,
Yeah,
I do have a little. I
handy.
do have a nice little not care package, but I have a nice little collection of stuff for him. So
Yeah. We've been holding lion side for him or eagle's side for me. So yeah.
all right, let's start this puppy off.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
I think I know where you're probably going number one, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine was April, early April. And I'm like a month earlier than him,
Yeah.
even though I look a lot younger.
Yeah.
All right. For me, there can only be one.
Get some gray in that beard. Woo!
A little salt and pepper. The chicks dig the salt and pepper, even though I'm a married man. I mean, I don't know if my wife digs it, but whatever. All right, let me get to a different tab here so I can share my.
Not to tip my hand, Keith, but I do have a little special name for each one of the stashes. So, or the stashes, but each one of the facial hairs.
I did that too. I did that too. I think there's some have a name. Some have a name.
No, mine are
custom
to each
name
player.
Okay. All right. Well, my number one pick, the quintessential like facial hair that you're gonna see on cards.
Yeah, no,
you gotta go Raleigh Fingers.
Interesting. Right? Okay.
Raleigh Fingers. Maybe it's not the quintessential one for you, but I like.
No, it is. It is. I was interested by the card that you chose.
Yeah, yeah. Well, some of them he had a beard and the curled mustache, right? And
the confused look on his face. There.
He does. Not a great face, but I've grown my beard out a number of times, and I've had it pretty long at times. I could never grow my mustache out long enough to get any kind of wax work there.
Waxwork.
I don't know. That was bothering me on my lips. So I can never do that. But I think they call that the Imperial. The Imperial.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't know that's what it was, but
yeah,
I like it. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean that's a top pick. That's number one in my book too. I would have gone with that. You want me to show you which I
already lost in Paul's eyes. Man. Yeah, you can go ahead. You have a Raleigh?
I do.
Oh wow, Mark had some coffee with Raleigh Fingers.
Jeez,
nice. Did he have the twisty stash at that point, Mark? I haven't seen him lately.
I don't think he's ever not had it, right? I feel like he's got a goofy similar look each time, though, for sure.
Yeah. Same year. It's probably the same day they took those images.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I don't think he's aged at all ever. Like he always looked like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't. What did I call that? I called that the handlebar nun.
All right.
The handlebar mustache. So there you go. Okay. Picking up Raleigh for 2. So I got back-to-back ones here. There are a couple I like. But I'm gonna go with really the other, I think, most likely the quintessential one that I think most other people would probably think of. Maybe not. But that would be one and only Goose Gossage.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
he's known for whatever that thing is.
it's amazing. So Goose, yeah, he was a little hard to actually pick, a great picture of him, but I think that's probably the best one. And that one I call the Goose Let Loose, because he just like goes down, and it is amazing how it kind of spreads at the bottom. Big fan.
Oh, I got it back, man. Paul
How
is a
quickly? He's
yeah.
well, he's only once is he the only one?
He had a long beard for a long time. He cut his beard. It's a shorter beard now, so he might be more of a beard man than we're giving him some stashes here that and this is sort of a go between. What would you call what would you call this thing other than what you just called it?
I mean,
is
I
it
don't
real?
know. I don't know. That's why
It's not a
that's
Fu
why
Manchu, right? Because that comes all the way down.
it's a modified one, I would say, probably a modified Fu Manchu.
Okay.
But yeah, he's just, I don't know, that I feel like those two are probably the most well known, I feel like, but maybe not.
Damn, we need to get someone that Mark hasn't met.
Yeah, I know.
Goose, he met the same weekend. Man.
I have a lot of people from that vintage, so he probably met them all.
Yeah.
Well, the handlebars, this, right? The little twisties, not the
Sort of.
no,
Yeah. I might have something later on that's in that vein.
yeah.
All
All right.
right.
Well,
That's a good one.
That's my first pick.
Okay.
I gotta.
Annie, if you can't drop it in that other photo collage thing, we'll show that later on if you know how to do that.
Yeah.
But let me get to the first segment here.
Sale of the week.
All right. So in this segment, we show each other's our sales of the week. In this one, I have 2 sales. Andy has 1 sale. And the third item overall, we'll do a giveaway. And the giveaway this week is a 3. Let me show them this way instead. It's gonna be a lot easier. It's these 3 buttons. They're these are like reproduction modern Babe Ruth buttons, but these still sell pretty well. There was a group of these sold for like $50. Another one sold for like $20. So just because they're newer doesn't mean they're not they don't have some value there. So it's gonna be free to someone. All right, let's see. Let me get to my first one. So that's the third item overall. We're going to do that for. Anyway, so my first item is this. This is the 1939
Interesting.
newspaper Times Union. I don't know what city that's in. I think it's up in New York. It's 1939. They had this celebration, the 100th year celebration of baseball in Cooperstown. They had like an old timers game or an all-star game. This is just a newspaper sort of describing that event.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever really seen you sell newspaper stuff like this before. I'm assuming it kind of falls in that same category, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
that other stuff is probably, but I would assume it's not quite as popular. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, you're putting this up, so it's got to be fairly nice.
I mean, maybe it was a slow week. We don't know.
Yeah.
1929,
you said?
39.
39.
1939.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of throwing me for a loop on this one.
Hey, guys in the chat, guess along too and help. Andy struggles in this game, so he can use some help. But the giveaway is for the third item, not this item. And the way the giveaway works, the person in the chat closest on the guess wins the giveaway, and I send these buttons to you at my shipping cost.
Yeah, over or under you can be. So just close.
Yeah, you can go over. You can
close
go under
to the pin, so to speak. I know. It's probably
good question. I don't know if there is a
penny
price
or something, right?
Let me try to zoom.
It's gotta be less than.
How do I zoom that again? Oh, there we go.
I don't see one on there.
Albany, New York, first of all. But yeah, I don't see a price. This might have been like an insert too. Maybe this was not the cover of the newspaper.
It is in good shape, though. We'll say, right? It looks, at least looks like it's pretty. It's been.
There we go. Mark's in with the guess $75.99.
Yeah, I think it's maybe. I don't know. I just have a feeling it's a little higher. I'm gonna go.
Real life,
34.99, 75. I just don't think you don't put a lot of stuff that's super under. I'm gonna go 124.99.
124.99.
I feel like you're
all right. Let's let Andy know how he did.
I mean, look at this guy.
This is bizarre stuff. Almost looks like a Rock'em Sock'em Robot. And Timber, he is cold cocked by Tony Mosco.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I do know. I've seen that. I see that boxing now. It's an awesome one. It's good.
Yeah. That's a new one I just put in there this week.
I noticed. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. I knew you don't. I mean,
yeah.
For me, yes, I can see that being a price that $34.99. But yeah,
the refund is he bought another item, so I refund him the shipping on this. But
gotcha.
There we go. Yeah, so
Nice.
1939 baseball stuff is always pretty good. People love. There are a lot of collectors for that centennial year stuff. Anything with that celebration.
Interesting. Didn't know that. Okay. Let's go.
It's a sales of the week, Paul. I can't put like the lowest sale. I get like from $5 books I could put up, but that's
he brings the heat.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to see.
I watched last week. Yeah.
So you're familiar with this?
Yeah, is that a Cuban league or is that Puerto Rican league? Okay.
So this is the Cuban league. So this is the second one that we sold. We sold the first one a while ago, probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 months ago, I think. I guess the notoriety on this one is the fact that it does have some connection to Roberto Clemente, right? I don't know if he's on there or if he's
if I remember, this wasn't in the garage buy. This was in the storage unit buy that I made that's where I got the newspaper too.
Yeah.
And I think I remember when I gave this to you, it was he was like listed in the season stat leaders.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah, I don't. I'm trying to remember if we're putting a lot of paper up there.
Yeah, yeah, it is a paper kind of day. Yeah, I don't know if my list was paper. It's not. All right, well, I'm gonna get Cuban league, Puerto Rican league, Mexican league baseball stuff is always good.
So by the way, it's 1955. Oh, sorry, it's 1955 Puerto Rico Winter League baseball program.
Okay. There's always some big name players play in those leagues, and Clemente being in this one. I'm gonna go $85. $85 on this one. Oh wow, I didn't see Mark's guess, but Mark was right on my guess.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, $85.99.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You guys.
Yeah, Andy, while we're waiting on guesses or while you're looking over there, Paul, you almost run all your stuff on Whatnot now, right? I mean, you're constantly on Whatnot. I know you still do eBay and other platforms, but he really churns it and burns it, and stuff he picks up, he just goes right to Whatnot, which is a great. I mean, we should do that for the warehouse to move some the bulk.
Yeah, to move some stuff, to make some space, make some room.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your fun? We good?
$85. Sean's in at $109.99. Mark's in at $85.99.
All right. Here we go. Yeah, not all that close.
It had to be more, I guess.
Yeah, so that's actually the price. So I don't know why it's showing.
Oh, okay. It's $150. All right.
$150. Yeah,
all right.
For $150. So
I would have thought it'd been better, but then you almost said, "Oh, I don't want to do a sales of the week this week," and then I'm like, "Oh, must be."
No,
it was just a time thing, I guess.
We had it up for $225. So yeah,
nice. And by the way, for the people who came in late, we started late tonight because Andy was stuck. His train got in an accident and was stuck in the train for like 2 hours. So we pushed it back a little bit.
But the show must go on, as you said.
Absolutely. All right. So this is up your wheelhouse or in your wheelhouse.
My wheelhouse.
Up your wheelhouse.
I don't want you looking up my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I don't want to look up there either. Trust me. All right.
65 player picture pennant with
team photo.
Picture.
Team photo, Minnesota Twins.
Interesting.
This is an Etsy sale. This is for the giveaway, everyone. So again, the person in the chat who gets closest to this selling price gets this Babe Ruth. These are reproduction buttons, but they still do sell. So free to somebody.
Yeah, if you put him up, Philly, he'll Keith will buy him off you on Whatnot again, and then resell them again.
Yeah. I've cut back a lot of Whatnot. I mean, I have a Whatnot problem, but
Oh my god, yeah.
yeah, it's easy to get. It's easy to have a problem, but
I'll have some stuff for you next time.
oh, there we go. Roman's in. Roman's in with some breaking news over here.
Jeez.
That's true. Yeah, 1930. That's a long. It's a long streak you got, Andy.
Oh boy. Okay.
What's up, Yoda Papa? How's it going, man? Welcome in.
I don't know.
Harry Humstone is here. Yeah, it's easy to get addicted, Paul. And it's when you see that notification, you're just minding your own business. And I get Philly Flippers going live. I'm like, gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Mark's in at $75.99. Yoda's in at $84.99. Guys, this is for the giveaway for the Babe Ruth buttons.
Yeah, make sure you're in if you are interested in the buttons.
Harry, we do have some guesses above that I missed. So we had Sean was in at $109.99. Harry's in at $159.98.
Interesting. Yeah. I do think I can't think it's more than that paper. I can't think it's more than $200. I just don't see it. So maybe that's why you're trying to throw me off. But
Roman's in 99.
Okay. I'm gonna go close to Harry. I'm gonna go 149.99.
Harry's at 159. Okay. Let me see the answer real quick because I forget what it was. What did you say it was?
149.99. You gotta do the math. So it would be $15 above that 164.99.
I didn't need math on this one.
145.
Hold on a second.
He's back, baby.
He must have been studying on that train when he was stuck in the train.
Oh, he nailed it.
Oh,
Give me a clap,
man.
please.
It's
Nailed
ridiculous. Oh, I can't believe it. After Roman said that, yeah, you're losing streak in the sold guesses. And it is Harry Humstone with the win, the Babe Ruth buttons.
That's right. Me and you, Harry, taking it to the top.
Yeah. So I'll get out the mail to Harry.
Yeah, I couldn't think that it was more than 200, but I'm sure I figured it was more than cheapo. So
yeah. All right, let me remove that. What did you call the beard again for Goose Gossage? The goose is loose.
The goose let loose. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just type it in there. All right.
Back at it. Okay. This is where it gets interesting.
That's what we got so far.
One sec. Let's do something real quick. Okay, so my second one is kind of not only is it just an amazing set of facial hair and a great picture of it, like a very well framed picture of this facial hair, but it's also kind of and I would also say he's probably one of the best players to have to be on this facial hair list for me, at least. And that is, let me actually pull up the picture real quick.
And while you're doing that, yeah, Harry, Mark, I did send Harry your phone number regarding that Fox bet, but maybe I sent the wrong number. If you didn't get that, I'll try to hook you guys up again.
Okay, so I am going with the one and only Ozzie Smith. There you go. And I have the card in person, and I'll show you. I'll put it up on the screen though too. Pretty classic in my opinion. Hard to beat that thing. It is part stash, part chops, and everything beautiful about it. I call that the Stashosaurus chops Rex on that. Stash.
I'm not even gonna write that. How do I write that? Ozzy, let me type this in.
Stashosaurus chops. That's
I was right, stash chops, all right? Because I don't want to
get the Wolverine. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that there's a little gap in between there too.
All right.
Beautiful piece
It's
of
not
work.
bad. It's not bad. If you're going to go in that vein, I'm going to go in a similar vein.
Oh,
Let me, because this had it for multiple reasons. Let me find it though. So I'm going to go with a Philly. You always keep your Philly roots a little bit and got to go
okay.
stay Philly centric a lot. But I'm going to go with Gary Maddox. This is 1980 Topps card. He's got the stash of short. I can't even say what you said, but he's got the mutton chops that come down into the mustache that continue with like a pseudo goatee with a soul patch and the afro puffing out.
That's pretty good. I
This-
didn't
he's
see
got-
that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he's
good.
got it all going on. I don't even know what to call this. I mean,
My only problem with this one is that it's really just a chin away from being a full beard.
it is, yeah. But that's creates some, that gives a creativity there,
I
right?
love the hair poking out the sides. The fro is impeccable. So yeah, that's a good.
Yeah,
And I mean, he is having a good old time. He looks
I'll go Fro Chop for the name.
okay.
That's be the name for me. But yeah,
Nice. All right. Yeah, I didn't actually have that on the list, but I would have if I had seen that. It's hard. It was a little hard. I don't know if you had the trouble. It wasn't hard to like necessarily find ones, but it was hard to find like cards. I mean, that's a good view of it too.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of these guys. There was a lot of styles like this at this time. I think like the early '80s. If you look at baseball cards, there's like a ton of great, great mustaches and all kind of stuff. Yeah. All right, let me remove that guy. All right, let's get to let me do this one here. We haven't done this one in a little while.
Gonna go back in time. Gonna go back in time. In picking history.
All right, so in this segment, I go through a pick that I've been on, an interesting pick that we're digging through a barn or whatever it was. But in this one, it's gonna be more about a pick that me and Andy did together, and it's a little bit of a weird little tidbit from the warehouse, Andy, that I'm going to show you. I didn't show you this yet.
Okay.
But let me get.
Don't like the sounds of that.
Yeah, me and Andy bought this massive 3-car garage buy. This little clip was a clip that I sent him when I went to look at the collection to see if he wanted to come in on it with me. And it's like a 20-second clip. And then I'm going to show you something else. So that was
I couldn't say no to that.
yeah. That was the garage. And it's just like toys, sports, everything you could imagine. And the reason I showed this little clip is I was going through a random box. I saw a random box in the warehouse, and it had a pair of like 1930s baseball pants in it, right? And this is giving an idea of how random this collection is. But so we have a pair of like 1930s baseball pants, and I'm like, give me some good sports stuff in here. It's a sports box, very organized collection.
Yeah.
So under the baseball pants was this like 1930s child's cat Halloween costume.
So bizarre.
And then it gets a little more bizarre here, Andy. Then under that, there's a vintage toaster oven and a Hustler magazine. It's like, well, what box am I digging in here?
Yeah.
And if you look, Jackie Onassis is
quite literally. What box were you looking at, Keith?
Yeah. Well, I thankfully the toaster was artfully placed on the cover there, so I didn't have to like do any editing there. But it's just, this is a random collection. This is in like every box you go in. It's like, I mean, there's no organization. It's like, it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting dig through all these boxes that we're going through.
Oh yeah.
But I thought that was an interesting.
You never know what you're gonna find.
Oh yeah. And I still never even went under the Hustler magazine. It looks like there's a plush down there.
I want to know what that plush looks like.
Yeah, Philly's license plate. So yeah, I just thought that was a funny little clip of like how like this. Yeah, we've some collections like Mark Hoyle was talking last week on the podcast about how organized his collection is. We buy this one and it's like, it's just so random. That is true, Roman. It is true. You see that, Andy?
I did. Well, I put it up there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. All All right, let me get rid of the. I know toasters have some money, but I don't know.
Yeah, I guess vintage like Playboys and stuff do too.
Yeah.
Not
I know
sure
Paul's done really well with vintage toasters. He had a toaster video kill it, blow up. So
very cool.
yeah, that was a little out of the box segment that we usually don't do, but I figured I would
Yeah, it's always
something
good
different.
to
Yeah.
show you guys what we're working with.
Yeah,
The nightmare.
absolutely. Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna get some flack for this one.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna get some flack, but let me pull this up. I'll show the board again. That's what we have so far. Yeah, I think the Halloween costume could be good.
We're not, that's not a new phrase. That's not a new phrase for me. Right up your wheelhouse.
Yeah, that costume could. I actually photographed that and I skewed it. I just haven't listed it yet, so I don't know. I got to check it out. All right, so let me get rid of this, and we'll show you this. Once I get to it. So I'm gonna go back in time. Sing it, Andy.
Gonna go back in time.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back in time, like I've done in a couple drafts before. Where do I get to? Where's this? Did I do it? No, I didn't get to it yet. All right. To 19th century, going Jim O'Rourke.
No. Oh no.
Now he's got the classic handlebar mustache. This is a Kalamazoo Bats baseball card.
Jesus.
And some of his other cards, his mustache comes outside the sides of his face. This is like, you look like you're riding a bicycle with this one.
Here's my issue with that. Like almost everybody had that because I looked at some of that older stuff. They all had that mustache.
Not like this. Not to this.
Maybe not
magnificence.
But
but
a lot of them did.
Yeah, well, we don't have to be just stuck to the 80s, 70s, 80s. I'm going to get a little history here.
That was a common thing. I feel like mine are.
Oh, well, most of them had. It is interesting though. Mustaches. They all had mustaches, and then 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. There was no mustaches really, or almost none.
Yeah,
70s.
70s people let loose.
Yeah. So, but no one had as good as this one here. This was a beauty.
Listen, as far as if you're looking to sort of emulate yourself, a mustache like that, that's who you want to go after. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the best of that style mustache for sure. Although I will say it's kind of very similar to Raleigh Fingers.
It is, but Raleigh had his curls upwards. This is more of a down sloping handlebar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. Not bad.
I told Andy I was going to shave my beard in some sort of unique fashion, maybe give myself like just a mustache and a goat but I didn't want to embarrass myself at work today.
I mean, they don't care.
No, they care. My clients, I only have clients because of my looks. No, it's not true.
That's why he does not have many clients. Okay.
Yeah, did have a little bit of resemblance, Roman. You're right.
All right. Not bad. I am not.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to go to the 1640s or anything around there. I am going to go with one of my favorites. And he's always, I feel like anytime you see this guy, and I remember him from back in the day, he always had like just a weird looking thing going on. And I will share it. That is Bruce Sutter or Sutter. I forget how he pronounced his name. Do you remember?
I think it's Suter.
Suter. Okay. Bruce Sutter. So he always had something weird going on. Look, by the way, look at the wings on that guy. Look at the,
he had to have, there was a lot of time with a blow dryer in the locker room before, or the clubhouse before the game, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know what's going on. He's plus, not to mention, he's got a little of that hair poking up and stuff from his chest. It's just an all around great picture, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, but my favorite part about this is like, look how dark and like really thick the bottom part is. And then look at the stash, like, which is barely hanging on. It's like barely in there.
Yeah. It's a pseudo Amish stash there, right?
It is. That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit of that, but it's not a full on Amish.
No, I agree. Yeah.
So I think, I had two names for this one. I had for the Thunder from Down Under with the mustache. And then I also had the Iceberg, which is like, you see it above, face of the water. You just see the little stash. You wouldn't think anything of it. You don't know that there's all this underneath.
Well, give me one. What do you want to
Call
be?
the iceberg, I think.
The iceberg? Yeah, because he's not Australian, right?
No. But
okay.
This is from down under it. But
yeah, I know. The visual of it. I get it. Yeah.
So that's my.
Yeah, that's one I remember a lot. There were a lot. It seemed like there were a lot of relievers who had good facial hair, right? Yeah. I mean, he was one of them for sure.
They're all weird, I guess, is kind of what it was. What it came down to. But yeah, that's my guy. I wasn't sure if you were going to take him. I did not want to let him fall to you.
Yeah. Andy, by the way, I should have, because you were late. I didn't talk to you about this, but do you have an unboxing?
I don't really, actually. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything today. I can go grab something from, but I don't have anything real new. Most of my stuff hasn't come in yet.
But you probably haven't showed. We haven't done it in a couple of weeks. Do you have anything you want to show that is nearby?
I mean,
you don't have to.
Nah, we'll do it. I'll do it another time. I'll do it next week or something.
All right. Well, let's get to that segment anyway, and I will do mine.
Okay.
Because I had the segments planned. We didn't really talk about that.
Unboxing. Our collection builds.
All right, and give the intro to this segment while I look for a pair of scissors here.
Intro as to what you're doing?
You don't have to. I'll do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So let me do this. So what we've been doing, me and Andy have been building some, I don't really collect cards. I collect Eagle stuff, but I've been building some card collections, and I bought that piece in the background. That's a wrapping, wax wrapper for 1935 National Chickle. I bought that from Mojo Dojo. So I decided to start to build that team set. It's not a big team set. There's only 4 Eagles in that set, but the Ed Matizik was the first one. And then I just got this in the mail this week. So let me remove this guy for a second. And
yeah, I've been watching some basketball. I seem to be watching the same game, the same series though. I was watching, which one I was watching recently, but I haven't seen the Celtics.
Here's the newest one, Andy. Look, that one's
well, that's cool.
Yeah, nice color on that. Let me actually take it out. What's that?
He's got a weird face. Oh. So these aren't really photos, right? Are these like almost painted and then
they're art. They're paintings of they would have original photos and then just make artist renditions of them. I was trying to take it out of this wrapper, but it doesn't matter. I'll leave it in there because it's taking me forever to get it out of there. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful card, but the centering is pretty brutal, right? I mean, the centering is, I could have got a nicer centered card with a higher grade, but I'm going to save a little cash and get the brutal centered one with the beautiful color.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It does have a pretty vibrant orange on that one.
It does. Yeah. I like a vibrant color. So, so 2/4 of the way there. So 50% of that team set. So
very cool. Yeah, I have some cool stuff that I bought that is just not come in yet. It's some bangers. As
nice. Yeah, we'll have one next week.
Yeah.
So that is that one. Oh, we don't want Andy Big. Let's get rid of that. 4 people just left. All right.
Back to me.
Who's up next?
Me again.
Is it? Okay.
Okay. So I don't think that you. My guess is that you probably wouldn't have picked this one. I think I will get some love from a certain person in chat, which is always good. So we'll see. But I don't know. These photos really didn't come through as well as I was hoping. I guess they're kind of pictures of pictures, which is not great. But I'm going to go a little more recent with my stuff. So
yeah, there's definitely some good recent ones.
Definitely some good recent ones. I'm going to go with one of the more. He's had some looks, through his life. This is my favorite version of his look, and that is one and only Big Papi.
Yeah, I had him on my list. I think I had that same photo actually too.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but that is just an impressive. So he did have a point where he had the chin strap, right? Too, with nothing in there.
Yeah.
But this little flat, it's like a modified chin strap. Like you're thinking, if you only look from his cheek up, you're like, oh, that's a chin strap. You don't see, you didn't see what all that beauty is coming down below. Coming in hot with that little thing there. So that for me, I haven't had a good name for that one. That's called the chin strap cheek flap, which is chin strap cheek flap.
All right, I saw that style beard was called a chin curtain too, but really? I like your original name, so we'll go David Ortiz, chin strap cheek flap.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. This
is for Mark. I know I've let him down a lot on my acronyms. So I always there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, you're right. I mean, I think between Ozzy and David, maybe David even is a better. Ortiz may have even been a better player overall. I'm not really sure. Probably better numbers, but I mean, Ozzy is really more known for his defense, I guess. But
all right. So that's
all right.
You want modern player. I'm going to go. I could go a couple ways here, but I'm going to go modern player as well. And modern to the point where he's a current player.
Okay.
So let me, I love this player. Let me get to this.
I wonder if he's going to be, I don't think he's going to be on my list because I have a couple of newer players too, but.
Yeah. And I have a name for this one too, because he's a unique trait, but I'm going to go with Phillies player again. I'm going to go with, why is this not sharing? Here we go. I'm going to go with Brandon Marsh. He's got like ZZ Top-esque beard. Plus, unique thing about him, I named this the Water Buffalo because not only has the long wet beard, but he's
soaking.
He douses his long hair in water every inning. I don't know why. Just he likes to keep it controlled with being soaked.
He has a little bit of like an octopus vibe to him with like the strings of it almost.
Yeah. I mean, that could have been octopus. I want Water Buffalo, but
no, I got you. Though.
Yeah. And there's another beard that's similar to this one, but
I love not on my list. I may have one on my list that's similar, but
there are a couple that are similar to that. And I think his hair sets him apart.
Centric.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I had a lot of Phillies on my list. So there we go. So let me type this in. So I'm gonna go
the Water Buffalo, is that what you're calling it?
Yeah, the Water Buffalo.
That's fitting, I think. That's a good name for it. I mean, it's no chin strap cheek flap, but
it's not. All right. Yes, we're getting. Let me, Andy, have you done that photo? We'll work on that photo collage behind the scenes on your end.
I have. It's already.
Oh wow! All right. Well, let's share. Let me share mine. You can share yours.
Oh wait, I didn't put. Hold on, I need to put Ortiz on there.
I didn't put Marsh on there either, actually. Well, let me get to a brand then while we're doing that. We don't have.
Do you want me? I just share my screen, right? Is that what you want?
Yeah, but we'll circle back on before the next pick.
Okay.
Find of the week.
All right. So, Andy, you assume you probably don't have a find of the week, right?
No, not this week.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, Andy got home like shortly before we went live here, so I knew he was scrambling. But Andy, remember the find of the week last week that I showed? If you don't,
no, I don't.
Okay.
What was that?
Well, it was that exhibit card of Jumping Joe Folks. Well, I went back to that same dealer, and he had a higher end exhibit card the week before, and his price was left a little bit of room, but not much.
Yeah.
But I asked his price again, and his price had dropped precipitously. I picked up this.
Who's that?
See that? It's George Mikan.
Oh, okay.
George Mikan, and he
Hall
was
of Famer, right?
Hall of Famer, considered like the best player in NBA history prior to 1950. Mr. Basketball, they called him back then. So this is a very rare card. Some of these, I mean,
that's cool.
Yeah. So I already have him listed, but I bought that last Thursday.
It's a press photo or press. What's it called again?
It's a exhibit card. So it's
exhibit card.
It's like a postcard. Here, let me do this. How would make that bigger? There it is. So it's like these were sold.
Certainly doesn't look like an athlete. He looks a little like he's got like kind of wide hips, doesn't he?
I don't know. I never studied the athlete's hips. Maybe if you're like doing NFL scouting at the combine.
Yeah.
But
knows his hip.
There we go. First ABA commissioner too.
Very cool.
Yeah, but these were sold in vending machines in like, corner stores or whatever. They would come out flat. And
right.
They made it for baseball, football players. There's actresses. There's some that are like adult themed. But some of those obscure basketball, golf, they're a lot rare. And I've seen these guys.
Would you pick that one up for? Do you want to say or no?
Yeah, I paid $100 for it. I've seen it sell for over $1,000. I think I put it up for $359.
What was he asking for it originally when you asked him about it?
It was $300 initially.
Oh, okay.
So, and I was sort of surprised when he dropped down that low.
Would you have it up for like 600 or something now?
No, I put it up for $359. I think it's a price where I think it's going to sell relatively quick.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
So let me So Andy, here is you have your claws ready to go?
I do, yeah.
Okay, yeah, bring yours up. There we go. All right.
Want me to zoom in a little bit or no?
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know why it's off the side on that.
There we go. That's nice. Let me zoom in on mine too, and I'll bring mine up. And then here's mine. What if they can both be on there? I just takes over yours. So that's what we got so far. We're going into the final picks.
Yeah.
All right. Let me let's see. This is a tough call. All right.
There's some left. I think the good thing about you could do another best facial hair that's strictly facial hair and not like centered around the player too. It's in terms of like what you most want. But yeah, I think this one, I guess allows some.
I guess I'll ask this for a rolling here. I have a player whose best beard is not on a card.
No,
and I have a card of him.
No,
I can't go with him.
No, of course not. It has to be in a card. That's what the whole thing was.
Yeah,
I was telling you I didn't want that.
That was my rule that I made.
It's your ruling.
Yeah. All right. This is all right. I got it. I'm gonna
all
go.
Right. You sure about that?
Yeah. Let me pull up my thumbnail. Hold on. This is gonna lose me the draft.
So like the word, and you have to judge him on what he's presenting. It's not like, you can then look and yes, he had a great beard, but it's not in this photo that in this card. That's not how it works. It's got to be based on the cards presented. So I know you're probably trying to backdoor it in there.
No. I'm changing my pick that I was going to make because people weren't going to love it. I'll name him in the honorary mentions. I'm going to go to another Philly though, not in this card. He's not a Philly here.
Like,
I'm going to go.
I think you're going to go like a Washington player, aren't you?
I'm going to go Washington player.
Go
Jason Worth. Yeah. You got to go Jason Worth.
Oh man.
I mean, Jason Worth is also. I like the flowing hair. As a man with a slight hair loss issue, I respect some flowing locks. And Worth had it.
You lost it.
Is it
with this? I mean, that's like no? Yeah.
I'm calling this the biblical. I mean, I'm going the biblical beard, and he had his beard got much longer at times, but Worth had just a classic flowing beard.
Not good. Not my cup of tea there, my friend. That's not. I mean, you have plenty. I mean, you've just doubled up on the same thing multiple times.
Yeah, they're different. He's not wet. His hair's not wet.
Oh yeah, there you go. His hair's not wet. Jason Momoa, that's not bad. I mean, I don't know how much more you're teeing this up for me. This is one of your worst drafts. I feel like
no way.
I don't think you took it seriously. I took it seriously.
No.
Yeah.
People will. The only one that's going to hurt me is the Jim O'Rourke.
No, that one. You have two of the same ones. You need some.
They're
variety.
different. They're different. Worth has a finely tuned. He's got a nice little more crop beard. Marsh is just wild like a water buffalo. They're different.
Like a water
just because they're long, there can be subtleties and differences.
Yeah.
Right. You agree? You do agree?
No, not really. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what you're thinking on that, to be honest. I feel like you're not taking it seriously.
No, that was a great pick.
So you're going to see what a real winner looks like. I don't know how this one got overlooked by you, or maybe it wasn't, but you just didn't do it. So this is a recent guy. And so I noticed the card that you had up, right? Like it's like Heritage or something, a Heritage. They had Topps Heritage.
For Worth?
Of Worth. It makes them look a little more vintage.
It was 68 Topps look-alike, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not sure this is like acceptable. I feel like this is not like a real card or something, but the fact that you use this opened the door for me, which is great.
No, yeah, it's a real card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't really sure. I didn't know this one very well. But so I'm going to go. This is a 2017, maybe the same year, 2017 Heritage baseball card. And it features a player. I think he only had this around for a little bit. And there are good pictures of him just out and about rocking this thing too. And that's Colby Rasmus.
Oh, I hate this one.
Full Amish.
Yeah.
In all its glory. And come on, that is just an amazing looking beard.
It's terrible. To be honest, I did look up him. I could not find this card. I couldn't find a card of him. Yeah. I couldn't find a card of him with this beard. But I mean,
it's amazing. It's just he looks like he's literally taken out of the straight out of Lancaster.
I think we came into this with the definitely. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I had him on my list, and that was the photo I used for Andy in the thumbnail, Al Hrabosky. But I couldn't, for some reason, I didn't put the thumbnail. I would have picked him on my last pick, but I forgot to add the photo.
Hrabosky?
But that was who I made you in the thumbnail.
Oh, gotcha.
Very similar beard, though, a mustache to who was the player you showed early on?
Ozzy or Goose
Gossage. It was very close to Gossage. Very similar, just like horseshoe style.
Yeah.
Yeah. He whittled his own bat, that dude. Colby Rasmus. He whittled his own bat. He's like the kid. He's like the what's in the bowling movie? With, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah,
that's who that dude is.
That's pretty amazing.
I went a different ideology with this whole draft. I went a beard that's cool that I would rock. Like I would wear the Raleigh fingers. I would wear the Jim O'Rourke.
First of all,
I would not wear the Colby Rasmus.
The Colby Rasmus is probably the closest thing that I could grow if I want a full beard. I could not do any of the rest of these, unfortunately.
You can't get a mustache at all?
No. Well, I can get a mustache, but like it doesn't look very good. But I can get the neck part I can get.
Let's grow it out.
Yeah. Unfortunately cannot do that for work, but I would be ostracized in my office. I called that one I miss the good old days.
What is it?
Amish the good old days.
Oh wow! I have a small square here to work in.
Fit it in there.
Rasmus.
Amish.
The good old days. Actually, it's not too bad. All
right. Well, there you go. I think I like my picks. We should go through some others too, since I took
absolutely.
Some of these.
So that's what we got. So you went Goose Gossage, Ozzie Smith, Bruce Sutter.
I'll join it.
Dave Ortiz, Colby Rasmus. I went Raleigh Fingers, Gary Maddox, Jim O'Rourke, Brandon Marsh, Jason Worth. I have a feeling I'm going to dominate on Instagram.
Oh, please. Yeah. Well, all the people follow you. Like nobody cares, that doesn't really count.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of Philly followers over there. So that's why I was pushing for it.
Yeah. Not going to happen. All right. So do you want to share your screen to show you your top 5 again?
Yeah. Let me share this.
We can post them too, right?
Yeah. I'm going to post this thing. Yeah, for sure. Can I zoom in a little bit more?
My dog definitely has more followers. Yeah.
What's that?
He said my dog has more followers.
Oh, does she?
Than I do. Yeah, probably. I'm sure.
Well, she posts. Yeah,
that's true. I posted recently about the turtle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true.
Turtle.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay. I'll. And this is mine. Bit of a variety, I would say.
Yeah, definitely variety.
It's a spice of life. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I like a lot of them except the Rasmus one, but I agree. If you're going like unique beards, you have a variety there. I know you always like variety in your drafts anyway,
I do.
right?
I do.
Yeah, so that's always key.
Because I had a couple that really, like you were saying, that kind of fit, or the kind of that age, that late 70s, early 80s, there was a lot of similar looks.
Yeah.
Like I had I don't know if I had Willie Horton. Did you have
I didn't have them in mind now.
I had
Let's go back and forth one-on-one because we could probably have a lot of honorary mentions.
Okay.
Do you have photos for honorary mentions?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
So let me put these up real quick. This is a bit of a I would call it a thinner gossage, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I saw it like it was Louis Tion. I saw it the same one too.
And then he also, this is another one too of him.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah, they are very similar. I don't know if you call that a Fu Manchu or a horseshoe or what you call that, but this is one I was going to go instead of Worth with my final pick. This is barely facial hair, but it's cool facial hair. I'm going to go with the Chase Utley with the soul patch.
Oh God,
just subtle, the subtle soul patch.
Subtle.
I wore that at times. But I didn't think you barely could see it. I didn't think that was going to get me much love putting a Chase Utley soul patch in there.
It's not my favorite. Yeah, definitely not my favorite. I mean, the soul patch, I don't know if you can just go with the soul patch as facial hair. It's kind of, it's
definitely facial hair.
Yeah.
The cool one, but I could not find an image of it. I saw photos of it with that same, he had a mustache and a soul patch, was Randy Johnson. Do you have that?
Yeah, I don't, but I did see, I don't think you're right. I don't think he was ever really had a great picture of it on a card.
No, he didn't. That's why I didn't use it. Yeah. It's just all his cards.
I was looking for something similar to that.
Yeah.
Let me see. I have, let me see if I, who's this? Where's this guy? Gotta find. All right, well, I'll go with him. So this was for a classic, like a classic mustache. I went with Sparky Lyle. Like that's just a clean,
just a
caterpillar
bushy,
right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's a full on hefty caterpillar. I had to call that. I called that the full grown caterpillar on my list. It's, it's like he's not to mention he's got the cleft chin too. Like that's just a good.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's a pretty deep cleft.
Like he could be a pitcher or he could be a bus driver. One of the two. Like
yeah.
Like a school bus driver.
Yeah.
That was
yeah. Here's what I didn't put this in because it's not a good look, and I wore this
you're
style.
Only about good looks, right?
Yeah, I want a nice looking beard, but I wore this style for a long time, and everyone I knew hated it. My wife abhorred it, but I had this thing. Can you see that?
I did. So
Brett Myers. There are a lot of players who had this.
It is horrible.
Yeah, but I had this thing like so long, man. It was like so long. It was coarse. It was terrible.
You know who I was looking for because it's very similar would be Jeff Bagwell. Jeff Bagwell had that, but he never had a card that I think they must have taken a picture of it. Like he must have posed for the cards like before the season started, so he never really like had the. Yeah, he definitely did have that.
He has a good name for it. That is the name.
Really Goes Gruff. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a catchy name. You should have done that, Keith. Although it didn't. Oh, you didn't have a card for it. That's why. Okay, that's right.
Well, there are some cards, but they're like you can't see it that great. I didn't really like the look of it, even though I had it.
Okay, I'll go another one. So this is where you were saying something like the beard, and I had one that was similar to it. Now I didn't have it, but somebody on my list, and that's the Brian Wilson.
It's ironic. I literally just clicked that image on my own that I had up. I had two. Yeah. I didn't really love this beard because it's like a high maintenance, like too much emphasis on the beard. Like he was dyeing his beard,
Yep. Yeah.
right? I mean, it was primping it. I like a Jason Worth or a Brandon Marsh. They just like real men's
A
beard.
natural one.
Yeah. This is like I don't know.
It's definitely done to attract attention. It's not done because of the love of the beard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So-
Exactly. That's why I didn't pick it, even though I had it in my list.
Yeah.
The whole fear of the beard, people in the stands. Yeah.
But yeah, I know. It had its own Instagram, I feel like.
Yeah.
I called that one Black Magic because he, like you said, he dyed the hell out of it. It looked almost fake, honestly, which was kind of why I didn't really love it
absolutely.
much.
Yeah.
If it was just because it's an aggressive beard, it's funny because to see him without it too, he looks like really weird.
I just saw your message, Sean, and I had that on my list. That is the player that I was talking about where the guy didn't have a card with that beard. I'll show it in a second. But Andy, this is Andy's beard. I almost nominated this. I almost nominated this. Mike Beard.
Mike
Beard. Just with baby's
no
ass. My name of that was going to be
looks like Doug Flutie.
Baby's ass face. It was going to be. It does, a little bit like Doug Flutie. So didn't make the list. But yeah, let me show the one that Sean was talking about. So, and the reason I was going to pick this too is that I like this player for a number of reasons. But Mike Friars.
I don't remember him.
So first, Mike Friars was the player who was the whistleblower in the Astros cheating scandal. So you got to like him for that reason, right?
Okay.
He called them out for like stealing signs and everything they were doing there. Was sort of ostracized a little bit, but later on with the A's,
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah. He wore this beard but I don't think it's on a card. I couldn't find it on a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it. I never saw it. Yeah. I wasn't sure if they had, I don't remember this. So I wasn't sure if they had photoshopped it or something like that, but
no, it was real. He said he was having fun with his teammates. They were like, doing Google searches and
gotcha.
There's a lot of those like super high end, like bizarre beard competitions that exist out there.
Okay. Well, I'll finish. I have a few more. Do you have any more or is that it for you?
Might be it.
Okay. So I got a little surprised this one wasn't picked. I thought this was going to go. It's a classic, certainly around my parts. He's on like billboards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's iconic. He's on beer cans with his classic. So this one's like this one I called Hands Across America because it's kind of like it reaches from his afro to the other side. It's a really beautiful thing if you think about it. So
very similar to Maddox and mine, except Maddox has his come down deeper. Yeah. No, I had that on my list too. I thought it was too close to Maddox to choose it.
Yeah. I have this one. It's a little hard to tell. You probably have to search for it like offline because the picture I don't think came through very well. This is Dick Allen but he's got a little flavor saver at the bottom too, which is why I liked it. So I called it the Fun Time Flavor Saver. And then this one,
Soul Patch, right? The Soul Patch.
Yeah, Soul Patch or Flavor Saver. I think they call them both.
Could call it that, I guess.
And then this one, I don't know if you saw this guy.
Yeah, you got this.
Jim Grant, baby. It's hard not to pick, but I had so many chops going on. I called this one hog chops because it's not even pork chop; it's hog chops. It's as big as you get. That thing is
boar chop.
Well, yeah, that is as good as it gets in terms of pork chops. There. So those are
that'd be a good look. Somebody should do that, man. Maybe I could do that. Probably not.
It's almost like poodle-esque in the fact that maybe like he's trying to keep certain parts of his chin warm.
Yeah,
it's puffy. Yeah, it's great. It was fun. I had more fun than I thought. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be kind of a chore to find all this stuff." But then,
it was challenging to find the cards and like I did more work for this one than any of them because I'm doing
and that's what you came up with.
Yeah, it's a good list. I'm doing a Dibdit tomorrow, like a card show. So I was like spending most of the afternoon like uploading photos for that. And by the way, on that note, anyone in the chat who's into cards, I'm doing a bunch of like everything's $2. I have some like numbered numbered like RPAs in there, starting at $2. We'll probably go for $2. So definitely check that out. 4:00 Eastern time, I think, on
We said in District? Yeah.
district.net, but the marketplace is Dibdit. That's the
Gotcha.
Trash to Cash podcast guys, their marketplace.
Cool.
I'll put it on my Instagram about that. But yeah, I have a lot of vintage stuff too. I have a lot of 73 tops, 72 tops. I don't have the Jim Grant boar chops on there, but some
How
good
did we all
stuff.
start? What did we start with? I forget who that card was. Didn't we find a card that we pulled that was like,
Yeah, I think
we
it was
almost found just as good a cards that we pulled as we did.
yeah, it was an Amish beard. It was I forget the guy's name, but I saw him when I was doing the research.
Moses or or somebody, I feel like. Yeah.
Abe, maybe an Abe.
Abe. Yeah.
It was
Sausage King of Chicago, right?
I think it was an 80 tops.
Okay.
80
Yeah.
tops, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. There are probably some good basketball ones too. We didn't really get into them, but there were there's some solid basketball ones.
I feel like you're gonna encounter the same looks though.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see. I mean, it's gonna be the same thing. So I don't know.
Maybe distant future. Future.
Maybe best hairstyles or something in the NBA. That might be better. You got Kareem, Abe from. There you go. You know it.
But yeah, anyway, we haven't decided what we're doing next week yet. We got to talk about that. And
yeah.
I know you talked about doing our death row meals at some point. Like, it's not really a draft that we're just sort of choosing. I guess it's sort of a draft.
Yeah. Well, I think what we were thinking of doing was like a full meal though. Like you draft your best, appetizer, then entree, then drink or something, beverage, dessert. Yeah.
Yeah. One more, whatever that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah.
Kind of a loose can or a freebie or something, but
yeah, I don't think the Monday Night Reseller drafts have done that one. I think
there may be a reason for that. Have they done best beards or anything like best?
I don't think I'm not sure. I don't think best baseball card beards. They might have done best beards. And I have flirted with the idea. Maybe we should say it off camera so they don't steal our idea.
Oh yeah, don't. No.
But best YouTuber beards. I think that's a good one. I'll have to show you some of them. You don't know all. I mean, your own YouTubers you watch, but there's some good ones. Yeah,
you know it. We need
that's you got some solid money there. The reason I like the contract is it's going to put a little hurting on Dallas and re-upping Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah,
but
I mean, it's not going to. Everybody's like freaking out over the numbers and stuff, but it's just a reset. He's top 5 quarterback, maybe top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, maybe.
But any top 10 quarterback is going to reset the market almost completely every time. And he didn't.
No, I agree. I mean, Kirk Cousins was always the highest paid quarterback for a long time. It was never. I mean, arguably, definitely not top 5. I mean, probably top 10.
Tua Tagovailoa is going to be. He could be close to 60 mil, I think, or very close. I mean, 55 is what Joe Burrow, right? And then 53 is. I mean, they have a window right now of probably 3 years or so that like they have a legitimate chance for. I mean, this is their Super Bowl window, so they would not go far. I mean, you had to pay him because you
didn't have an option. You didn't have it. I mean, you have Hooker there, but he's not. You can't. If you have a team that wants to go to the Super Bowl, you can't roll in with him or anyone else.
Well, and then the argument is, well, who would you replace him with? Like, there's nobody. I mean, nobody.
That's what I mean.
Like, you can't replace him with a person off the street or anything. I mean,
yeah,
I would say their offense is better for. They have a lot more components than most offenses probably do. Like they have a line and running backs, all that stuff. But they needed him. So I mean, I would love if they win a Super Bowl, then like in a couple of years he leaves and Hooker takes over. But I'm not sure that Hooker even will ever play it down for the Lions. We'll see.
Yeah, but I don't think he probably didn't get much money, right, Sean? I didn't see that contract, but he's a viable, like he's not a prime back where you're going to give him the ball 25 times, but like you did in New England, if you're going to give him the ball 10 times,
he knows the team. He probably knows a
little bit of a receiving back. I mean, I don't, I'm sure
they don't. I mean,
money.
But who is going to be their star? I guess it's Deuce, right? Is it their future? I mean, He's going to
Yeah.
probably split carries with him. I don't think because Pollard's gone.
Yeah.
Not that Pollard was amazing last year or anything, but yeah, they're in a bit of trouble. What did Hurts go for? Hurts got like over 50, right?
I don't even remember the numbers now. I mean,
I thought he was like 51 or something.
yeah. I mean, the really quarterback numbers, I don't really think even matter. It's how the contract is structured. Yeah. And is it guaranteed money? I mean, most of them are not fully guaranteed except for Cousins Cousins, I think, is guaranteed for 3 years now, and then Deshaun Watson.
Well, Goff is 170 guaranteed, I think.
Yeah.
But again, that is even has the structure on that when it's counts and stuff is.
How long is the deal?
4 years.
4 years.
So it's, I don't know if it's front load or back. I mean, the guy's like 29, so
yeah. And even the contracts, like the Eagles approved in 18 or 19 with Carson Wentz when they gave him a huge deal, and a year later got out of that deal, barely getting hurt by it. I mean, they had 1 year where they carried a big cap number, and they rebounded. Obviously, part of that was they had Hurts. They had drafted at a second round pick money.
Yeah,
but that helps. But
yeah, I mean, I think they took Hooker as a Bible. Not to
hey Caleb, how's it going, man? Welcome in. Check out Caleb's channel, great channel.
The massage parlor comment, but with the Hooker thing next, but
yeah,
I don't think he could potentially come back if he's if Goff gets hurt or something like that, or if he falls apart, then they have somebody. So
hey, I didn't know this until an hour and 10 minutes into the show, but it seemed like my sweatshirt here, it's like a wrap around like wolf scene, mountain scene with the moon. But as I move around, my starry night is glittering. It's not a very manly look.
No,
it's not a light up sweatshirt. That's just when I sit still, it stops. It's stopping. So
all right. On that note,
yeah, we got to end with the starry night.
Yeah.
But guys, check us back next week. Join us again next week at 8:00 Eastern time. We have an episode of our jailbreak pack rip battle tomorrow night, 6 p.m. coming out. And I think that was with the 83 tops pack, I believe. Maybe it was 80 tops. I forget what pack it was.
Yeah.
I think it was 83. Yeah. And definitely, guys, everyone in the chat, check out the Real Life Perspective show. He's having an open mic night on his channel. You can go and just hang out. They have some trivia. They're going to have a fun, like, pop culture evening, some drinking. You don't have to drink, I'm sure, but I think he is. So we'll wrap it up, man. You came in right at the end. But watch us on the replay, man. We did best baseball card beards. It was an interesting one, a little out of the box draft, but it was a fun one. I don't think there was any Atlanta Braves on the list, though. At least that I could think of, Andy. He's a Braves fan.
There were now.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for stopping by, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, well, it's gonna be fun next week. We'll put it up before we actually do it. But
we'll probably do what we talked about.
Got some ideas.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Great.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us, and I appreciate coming when we came on late. We started late tonight, so I appreciate you all being here, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Out.